Oh. Well, here I am on the north side of Gaspé Peninsula. Believe it or not, I've managed to kayak 1,215 kilometers, and that is a result of 32 days of paddling. If you say yes to adventure, you're going to experience adventure. And well, I've experienced a tremendous amount of adventure, and the past 5 days have been just amazing. And of course, every day when I wake up and I think about where I'm going and the waters I'm kayaking on, wow, I just, sometimes I don't want to think about it. I just hop in my kayak and just start to paddle. That, of course, I look at the weather channels and I do what I can to prepare myself for the best and for the worst. You know, paddling along the peninsula, there's cliffs all over the place. So I'm always looking for a place of safety, a place where I can come into land. And actually, it's actually okay. There are places to come in. That is, if the water isn't too messy out there. It's better than I had thought, actually. Behind me, my clothes are drying out after a quick wash. It's good to wash them after like 15, 20 days. The fog is rolling in, and it's difficult to see more than 100 meters. But other than that, it's okay. And I look forward to getting out and paddling as soon as it clears up. It actually was supposed to rain today, but it didn't. So now I'm ready for to renew and charge the batteries in my own body and in my power bank. Let's take a look at the last 5 days of paddling and finding the hidden cabin. That was a crazy experience. I can't believe it. Day 28. It's difficult to leave Port Daniel, La Onse McInnes. I don't know if I said that right. But we had a great time with Marie and Ocean. They were hospitable. But we got up early at 5 o'clock in the morning. We paddled towards Gaspé. And it was a long paddle day, some 67 kilometers. And we passed Chandler, where we had been the day before drinking coffee, and made ourselves all the way to Cape d'Espoir. And when we got there, then we could see the island of Perced, and right around the corner is the famous Perced Rock, which we couldn't see. There I put up my tent, and Steve has been paddling with me a bit, and he's been driving a bit, and he's been kind of going on ahead a bit and sussing things out where I should camp. So we spent the evening there. We had made our food and went to the garage and we bought a coffee. It was a fun paddling day. But I was extremely tired. Good morning. It's paddle day 29, and I'm approximately, I'm approximately 15 kilometers from Perced, and I'm going to paddle around this rock. I slept in the tent last night on the beach, and it was raining the whole night. I paddled some 70 kilometers yesterday. I was very, very tired, and I'm still tired, but slept like an absolute baby. My breakfast, I've got oatmeal. I've got also a bit of jam that I put into the oatmeal, and then it is there. It's just all ready for me. And yesterday and today, Steve has been paddling with me, and he sleeps in his car. We feel like two homeless people. Now I sent him off to the garage station to get some fresh coffee. Okay. Yeah. Day 29. Let's see what it brings. Okay. Around that point is the famous Rock of Perced that attracts visitors and tourists from all over the world. There it is, the Rock of Perced, the famous rock. On day 30, we paddled from Botetourt to Forillon National Park. First I had to cross a bay, which was around a 9-10 kilometer crossing. And there I met a really nice guy. His name was Mark, and he gave me sausages and cucumbers. And later on that evening, he was my neighbor in the Forillon National Park, right beside us. Then I went around the tip, and there's a storm approaching, so I didn't get all the shots that I wanted to. But wow, for what amazing scenery. I thought Lake Louise and Banff was majestic, but under the cliffs of the Gaspé Point, looking up, and all the wildlife around me and all different types of birds. What an experience. I just am so amazed at that experience. As I went towards Forillon National Park, I had the choice to go across a little bay, but I decided no. I'm going to go into that bay and just take time to enjoy this moment in time. I woke up in the morning with a thought, happy, a place you love. When are you most happy? Probably when you're at a place you love. It could be a specific location, it could be a place in time. The place could be with a certain person, the place could be with a specific activity, reading, sewing, knitting, walking, etc. But you have to find that place you love, because there you're going to find happy. Heading in to the sea, to the great St. Lawrence. Here we come. Man, the ocean is vast. After paddling for around 20 kilometers, I took a break in a small village and stayed there for around 2 hours. And then around 2 kilometers after I started again, I ran into this kind of crazy experience. I see a whole group of people like waving at me on the beach. And when you're waving, you know, I don't know if they're thinking, you know, if it's come in or go away, but they're kind of waving. So I decided to go in. I have no clue who these people are. So I come in, and there's this guy there called Steve. When we pulled into our camping spot at Forillon National Park, Steve was laying on our on our picnic bench. And so when we pulled up, we kind of startled him, and he started talking to us a bit. But anyways, Steve is from Gaspé, and this is his family. They have a home here, and they rent it out, and they invite friends. So I just came right into a family gathering, and then this beautiful lady called Mrs. Giselle, she made this fantastic crevette. Really mousse shrimps, and it was like a kind of like a mousse, yeah. Anyways, with crackers, and I had like around 5-6 pieces of this stuff and a light beer, and I just said, you know, I have to move forward. I'm looking for a lighthouse. Do you know where a lighthouse is? And by now the lighthouse should be approximately, I'm thinking maybe 18 kilometers, and they weren't too sure about this lighthouse. Okay, so we met this guy at the provincial park. He was delivering bread in the morning, and he said that you can stay at a place beside a lighthouse. So I've paddled, I'm not sure how far I've paddled, but I think it's around 56 kilometers. And I found the lighthouse. Okay, I'm going to show it to you now. There it is over there. There it's up there. Now, I just got to see if I can find the place. He says there's some stairs and I can stay there. So let's see what I find. I found it. So here we are. We're ready. I have to move the kayak higher up. Key. Okay, there it is. Hope the door's open. Little lighthouse. Looks good. My own private chalet. Refuge, le saut aux efforts. There we go. Okay. Yes. Salut. Oh no. Well, here is my first campground, and we'll see how it goes. But it looks like a nice place here anyways. as you can see, there's a little entrance, a little bay just for my kayak. And along the St. Lawrence, the tidal volumes or heights and lows can go between 8 and 18 meters. So currents are going to be a big issue in the next part of my 200 and 300 kilometers, definitely.